Our next speaker will be Takahiro Kawauchi.
I'm working part-time at my father's Tokai University. Our customer asks me a question. How long have you stayed in Japan? You speak Japanese very well. Do I have to answer this question again? I thought. In fact, I hear this question more than 10 times in one day. I was born in Japan and I have been living here for 20 years. Yes, I am Japanese. 26 years ago, my father left Sri Lanka and came to Japan. He met a Japanese woman and they got married. In 1991, I was born in National City in Chiba. I was enrolled in Japanese primary school, junior high school, and Tokai University. I majored in English at Tokai University. I may seem to speak English very well, but I'm not good at English. I always speak Japanese with my father, and my favorite food is rice bowl. I especially like with sake, salmon inside it. I can't live without miso soup. When I went to Sri Lanka, I brought marupome instant miso soup. Most of the food in Sri Lanka was too hot for me. So, I often ate rice and miso soup. This is it. I'm not different from other Japanese students, but one day, I was made to realize that I'm different from other Japanese. When I was 3 years old, my mother wanted me to go to the kindergarten. But one kindergarten refused to accept me. The reason was I am half. Half means a child of mixed race. I am half Japanese and half Sri Lankan. They say they don't allow half to enter their school. I couldn't believe that. I am Japanese. Why didn't the school accept half? Fortunately, I was able to enter another kindergarten. I have one more experience. When I was a junior high school student, I wanted to become a police officer. I wanted to keep safety and make a good society. But my mother asked me, have you ever seen a black police officer or a white police officer in Japan? I thought for some time and realized, no, I have never seen them. So, my mother decided for a police officer to ask whether half can become a police officer or not. A police officer said on the phone, it is very difficult for half to become a police officer. I was shocked. I was born in Japan and I have Japanese nationality. I can speak Japanese only. How can you become a police officer? Many Japanese seem to think half is not real Japanese or half is gaijin. This is because of colors of skin or eyes. Many half live in Japan. For example, Wentz, Becky, Mesakuroki, Angelaki. According to Ministry of Health, Labor and Welfare, 1 out of 13 newborn babies had a non-Japanese father or non-Japanese mother. They are all Japanese, but they receive unreasonable treatments. Many TV performers had the experience of being bullied just because they don't look like Japanese. I won't say, please accept us as Japanese. Don't judge by skin color, eyes color, or hair color. In the beginning, my friends didn't know how to speak to me, but they gradually accepted me as Japanese Takahiro Kawauchi. I play band with my friends at Tokai University. I'm so happy, but half is still minority in Japan. They sometimes hate their own identity. This is very sad. Please treat us in the same way as you do to other Japanese. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Mr. Kawauchi. Our last speaker will be Azusa Wada.
You should be like a woman. You should be like a man. Have you ever been told that? I have. When I was little, I played in the math with my male and female friends. Then another woman who was my neighbor passed by and noticed me. She saw my appearance and said to me, "Atsa, you shouldn't play like a boy. You should calm down because you're a girl." At that time, I didn't understand what she meant. So I wanted to ask her why she said that to me, but I didn't because she sounded angry. So I only said to her, "Okay." This experience made me think about gender differences. After that, when I was at high school, I learned about gender free in a class. First, gender free is a way of thinking based on people's personality and talent, with a fixed notion of stereotypes inside. Then, I learned about the Japanese gender issue too. In Japan, in the Edo era, Confucianism, which is a way of thinking that men are better than women, came to Japan. This thinking has developed so that people thought that women should do the housework and men should go to work. This thinking became stronger. But in 1985, the Japanese government passed the Equal Employment Opportunity Law. So little by little, women's advancement in society has been helped by this law. I learned about the Japanese situation, so I wanted to learn about gender issues in other parts of the world. Then I researched Africa and America's issue. In Africa, many countries are controlled by men. But in Madagascar, the equality of sexes is guaranteed by the government, and the Republic of South Africa has made a law which prohibits discrimination by race, age, and religion. In this way, movement of liberation of women is becoming active little by little. However, poverty and early marriage means lack of education. And time spent looking after children means it is difficult to African women to hold jobs. So, women in Africa are in weak positions economically and society. The USA is a society which has individualism. So, less people think in terms of gender stereotypes. So, it seems that the gap between men and women is smaller than that in Africa and Japan. Although US Constitution does not state equality of sexes, it is designed strictly by the law that we must not discriminate by race, age, sex, and religion. Because of this law, a lot of Japanese countries that are in the US have been sued for discrimination. When I learned that, I knew that the idea of men are better than women was stronger in the old days. But many Japanese still have the old way of thinking. So that's why I had the experience when I was young. I felt very sad. But now, we should insist on equality of sexes more than before. Because of action taken for equality, a lot of countries have made a law which promotes equality. Thanks to that, understanding of this issue could spread. So I feel that society is becoming better. For example, women's advancement in society is encouraged by these laws. And now women who are fathers who help to the housework and caring their children are growing. If you are born by the fixed idea of each sex role, everyone's potential becomes narrowed. We should throw away all the well thinking and change to respecting and accepting each other. If we can spread the thinking in your companies, the company's performance may increase because workers may become more efficient. In the home, love between married couple may improve. In the world, many countries with equality problems like Africa still exist. So I wanted to spread out non-sexist way of thinking like America. Of course, I want to do this for Japan because Japanese still have the old way of thinking. A world without sexism, but with respect and understanding is very important. If we can do this, we will be able to open a new era and everyone can do anything with freedom. I want to aim for a new world with your cooperation. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Ms. Wada.